Man, oh man. I think something finally might be happening, so let's just get into it. So back in September of last year, Rockstar Games announced the VR version of LA Noire, titled LA Noire The VR Case Files. I'm sure a lot of you remember being kind of disappointed by that. And look, don't get me wrong, I mean, like, LA Noire is a good game, and it seems like a lot of people enjoyed playing VR Case Files. It just seemed a bit like a wasted opportunity in my opinion. You had a lot of hype, you had this big online event, and then boom, yet another port from Rockstar, this time in VR. You know, that's cool and all, but it's still the same game. It's just a slightly different rendition of the same game. Well, it seems like we're now getting something new. According to the same development studio that helped Rockstar make LA Noire VR Case Files, there's now a new AAA Rockstar Games open world VR project in the making. The way I found this was via Tez2 on Twitter. Tez2 being a Rockstar Games insider, I think? I don't know exactly. I don't know anything about him or his connection to Rockstar. All I know is that he knows more than most people. So Tez2 retweeted this. It's a post made on LinkedIn by the Sydney-based development studio Video Games Deluxe. Again, the same studio that helped make LA Noire VR Case Files. So here's what they said. Having finished the critically well-received LA Noire The VR Case Files, we are now gearing up for a new project. A AAA open-world title in VR for Rockstar. 2020 marks our 7th year of working exclusively for Rockstar in Sydney, and we are excited to taking on this groundbreaking project. We have a number of job openings in our Sydney studio, including senior programmers, engine programmers, designer, and animator. If you are interested in one of these positions or would like to speak to someone who works here about Video Games Deluxe, please get in touch. This excites me, and I'll tell you why. I'm not a big fan of VR. I feel like it's still a bit too on the pricey side for most people to enjoy. You need to have a decent to a high-end computer, and on top of that, for a lot of games, you need space. A lot of space. A lot of people don't have that. And naturally, as a consequence, you're going to be eliminating a lot of potential customers by designing games specifically for VR. But at the same time, as gimmicky as VR is, it's still kind of an amazing thing when you think about it. And the problem that I've seen with VR is that you don't have a lot of immersive big titles. Instead, you have a lot of smaller indie titles, most of which fall into two categories. One being mini games and the other being simulation, and really that's about 80% of all VR games thus far. So, you know, like, there's not a lot for you to dig into and be like, I'm gonna go on this journey. I'm gonna immerse myself in this deep, expansive game. But again, it seems like it's changing now, because now we have Half-Life Alyx. Half-Life Alyx has been a very profitable endeavor for Valve, and based on that, it kind of makes sense for Rockstar to take a look at that and say, hey, you know, we do have the resources necessary to make a big title in VR format. We could do that, and it seems like VR is still kind of popular. And of course, there's not a lot of competition in this area right now. So if you are a giant corporation like Rockstar Games, then it could actually make some sense to at least give a VR game a shot, especially if you've had success with a VR port in the past. And based on what I've seen, Video Games Deluxe is actually a really good development studio. So obviously, this could be very lucrative for Rockstar Games. There's really not that much competition in this market, and the competition that does exist seems to be profiting from it quite well. Now, initially when I saw this, I thought to myself, this has to be GTA 5 on the PlayStation 5. GTA 5 is incredibly popular, even to this day, and the PlayStation 5 is a new console, so it does make sense for Sony to at least attempt something in VR. Something that I did notice was the following. The post said there's now a new AAA Rockstar open world VR project in the making. So if this is something new, if we're not just getting another port of a previous game, then I don't know, this could be huge. And it seems like a lot of people forgot the fact that there were multiple, not just one, but multiple dummy pages on Amazon for Rockstar Games. One day following this, you have the GTA 5 for the PlayStation 5 announcement.
Why did I move here? I guess it was the weather.
No.
Expanded.
No.
Enhanced.
No.
Coming to
Fucking stop.
Hope you guys like GTA 5 because you're playing it again.
You, Rockstar! But that's one game. It's entirely possible that the other page was intended for this game, and that it simply just hasn't been announced yet. Something that I do find kind of odd is that Rockstar Games hasn't said anything yet, and given the fact that Video Games Deluxe made this post, it seems like they were given permission to make said post. So if they have permission from Rockstar Games to just make a post on LinkedIn about this, why hasn't Rockstar said anything? If this post is accurate, which I don't see a reason for why it wouldn't be, based on that, I would assume that Rockstar is getting ready to announce something soon. I don't know when they're gonna do that, but based on the fact that the development studio they're collaborating with is openly talking about this project, it just seems a bit odd that Rockstar would allow them to make this post and then not say anything themselves. So like I said, I think Rockstar is getting ready to announce something, and I am hoping for a new game, because I'm sick of getting ports. They're good games, I like them, they're fine, I have nothing against them. I just don't want to play the same thing over and over again. I want to get something new. You know, like how long has it been since Rockstar announced a new title? Not a sequel, not a port, but a new game, a brand new title. I don't know, audience, I don't know. Maybe it's about time they announce something new. That'd be cool, because I miss Rockstar games. Not current era Rockstar games, but 2000s era Rockstar games. That was cool, you know? I enjoy that. I enjoyed variety. Maybe it's about time they do that again. I guess we'll find out. So, yes, you, watching this video, what do you think? Let me know in the comments below. And by the way, give this video a like. Now! Anyway, you folks, as always, stay classy. Peace.